Yeah.
With the grace of our beloved Bhagavan Satish Sai Baba, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Bhagavan for giving us this exclusive interview with Professor Anil Kumar, and I'd like to welcome all of you to SAIWisdom.com. Professor Anil Kumar,
Nice meeting you.
And very welcome to this wonderful occasion. It's a question and answer session with questions coming from all parts of the world, a lot of them from Italy, and we will proceed by asking these questions and inviting your comment on each of the questions. Thank you,
You're welcome.
Professor. May I proceed?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Being so close to him, did he give any indication of his departure?
Well, not to my knowledge. You have not given any last message or any indication as such. No. We know that his health is deteriorating, but he has not commented anything about it.
In Italy, there was some talk of different types of samadhi. Some people said that Swami would enter the Chitravarti. No one really expected Swami to take this medical course. Can you comment on this?
Well, it's all imagination, expectation, or hallucination, or idiosyncrasies of people. And samadhi is just a place where the body of the holy saint is laid to rest. The second meaning is that he starts functioning from there, just as Shirdi Bhagwan operates from Shirdi. And the third meaning is samadhi is a balanced state of mind, the non-dual mind, the mind that doesn't get tossed, that doesn't get baffled, that doesn't get confused or react to bumps and jumps in life. That is samadhi, balanced state of mind.
I think that the devotees were particularly touched by the fact that Baba appeared so ill. Was there a message in that? Was there something we meant to learn?
Pardon?
The fact that Swami had such a difficult ending and being in
Well, it may seem difficult ending, but to him it may not be. It may look painful to you and to me. To him it may not be so. Why? Because he has gone the body level. He is beyond the body. When he is beyond the body, no ailment would ever affect him.
Some devotees believe that the supposed premature departure of Sri Satish Sai from his physical form was almost done so that he can anticipate an early return. Would you agree with that?
I don't agree. For early return, he need not suffer like that. And suffering is not an indication of an early return. I don't think so.
And there's a lot of questions about Prema Sai Baba now that Sri Satish Sai Baba has left his physical form. Some people say that we can anticipate an 8-month course between Swami's departure and the arrival of Prema Sai. Some talk about 8 years. What do you think?
Some people have gone even beyond. Yes. Some people started raising funds for the construction of temple for Prema Sai, whom they never saw. For an unseen Baba, for a Prema Sai yet to be born, a temple is going to be ready now. Funds are being raised for that purpose. How ridiculous we are. We make fun of our own selves. And Swami has not given any time limit for Prema Sai. On the other hand, he repeatedly said, enjoy the present Sai. The present Sai has got as much of a message to convey to you as the coming Sai. So, concentrate on the present. Live in the moment. God is now here. He is an existential reality. Let's not look up to Prem Sai. He has not given any time-bound limit.
Prof.Anil Kumar, what kind of advice do you give to people who haven't seen Swami for the last time, who didn't make the 2010 pilgrimage, who are mourning because they did not see Swami just before he left?
Yeah. Those who have not met Swami, one set of people. Those that have seen Swami but who could not see in the year 2010. And third category, those who are very intimate with him for decades. So we have some categories of people from the point of their exposure to the divine. But I think it is not the duration that matters. It is not the seniority or juniority that counts as in service in any office. It is the intensity of your feeling. It is the profundity and the depth of your love for your God that matters. It is not the number of years or anything. Simple example, we have not met Lord Rama. Did we meet him any time? I don't think so. But yet we love him, we worship him. Krishna, we have not met him. But we worship his picture. Lord Venkateshwara, we have not met him. But we love and worship him. So also Shirdi Bhagavan. So it is the feeling, love, respectability, feeling of adoration, worshipfulness for the Lord that counts, and not merely the seniority or juniority or years of life with him.
And when you say that, you meaning the people who have never seen Swami, and those that have seen Swami and haven't come and seen him in the end? Can you give them any words of solace?
Those that have seen him before should live up to his expectations. Because if they don't live up to his expectations, in spite of the fact they were with him for long, it's just ridiculous, meaningless, divine investment wasted. So those that have seen him, met him, been with him for a long time, don't carry any of the values that he stands for. Well, don't speak well of them. 1, 2. Those that have come to know of him later, who never saw him before, they have come to know him in due course of time. They read his biography, they see his pictures, they are fresh stock. They will begin to have new dimensions of experience, new awareness of consciousness, very fresh.
I love your words of divine investment and fresh stock. It gives a lovely descriptive sense to it. The Italian community, as well as the world community, they want to know how to cope with this feeling of being orphans. And that is the word that I picked up from all of their questions. They're almost feeling orphaned. What words can we give them to...
that happens, that being orphaned happens at the family level. I lost my father, I lost my mother, but gradually I get over that feeling. And over a period of time, I decide to be a worthy son in the community. I want to bring a good name to the family and to my parents, that everybody should say, so-and-so is his son. So instead of mourning or crying or feeling that you are a dropout or an orphan, if you try to live as worthy devotees of Baba, that the whole society will look at you and here are the devotees of Baba who are really marvelous. What an impact that Baba had on their lives. That should be the situation.
It's a beautiful word. Thank you. So those are the questions about Samadhi. Let's move away a little bit to a bit of philosophy. Can you use your wisdom just to reflect a little bit on philosophy?
Let's see.
Okay, let's start with something basic. Maybe there's another confusion about whether we are in the Kali Yuga, we are in the golden age. When will it come? Will it come with a bang or will it come with calm? What is your opinion or in your knowledge or your experience with Swami?
Good question. But one thing is sure, we are not going to live up to that time.
Which time is that? Kali Yuga?
Big bang, that the total withdrawal of the whole universe, the whole planet is going to be drowned in oceans. We are not going to live up to that extent. So we are free from that thought. We are free from all that catastrophes or imaginary chaotic situation. But golden age you are referring to is not material. Golden age is not material. Golden age is psychological. Golden age is intuitive. Golden age is temperamental. Golden age is behavioral. Golden age refers to attitudes of people. Simple example. To have balanced state of mind is a quality of a person who belongs to golden age. He need not be a millionaire. A millionaire belongs to golden age of the material world. Material world. The man who is balanced state of mind belongs to golden age of the spiritual world. So material golden age is different from spiritual golden age. Swami refers to spiritual golden age. What are the features of citizens of golden age? Detachment, non-possessiveness, egolessness, selflessness, peace, blissfulness, truth, righteousness, spirit of sacrifice, friendliness, loveliness, universality, Catholicity, unity of religion, experience of divinity within. These are the features of citizens of spiritual golden age that Swami refers to.
And in your opinion, are you seeing this transformation in man? And I know it's your opinion.
Yeah. The very fact that Prashantilayam or Puttaparthi attracted devotees from all over the world is enough of proof of golden age. How do you expect people from Latin America, South America, reaching Prashantilayam? How do you explain Saudi people, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Muscat, Iran, Iraq, Muslims come to this place? So the very fact that Muslims who are alien to Hinduism, Christians, different school of philosophy altogether, could think of being here, itself is a sign of golden age. Two young children who are in Balvikas, young students who are in Sevadal, speak of contentment, satisfaction, peace, love, and adults take to service activities. It is very strange in this competitive world when sounds of coin only matter, nothing else in this world. Sai devotees, they care for their neighbor. They have due respect for God. They have deep faith in Him. They love service activities. So that's all the sign of a golden age.
So no Big Bang.
Pardon?
No Big Bang.
No Big Bang. we can bang people if you so wish, or bang in a big way, but there cannot be Big Bang.
Professor, we've been very fortunate being in Puttaparthi over the last few days. Here you speak about Christmas. But for our viewers on SAIwisdom.com, can you share a few words on what you think are the true spirit and the true meaning of Christmas?
I give a number of talks on Christianity. They're all there in SAIwisdom.com. That doesn't mean that I'm going to escape from my responsibility of sharing one or two.
Please.
Because spirituality is such a thing which is of fathomless depth. It's an endless ocean. It's infinite like vast sky, without beginning nor an end. So I can collect one or two gems from my memory and share it with you. Christianity, according to Baba, does not center around a person by name Christ. It does not center around Christ alone or focused attention on Christ. The Swami way of presentation of the personality of Christ is more or less the path of a spiritual seeker or a spiritual aspirant. A spiritual seeker or a spiritual aspirant more or less starts with a dual feeling, dualism, meaning I and God are separate. Then slowly, by and by, he goes to a state of what we call qualified non-dualism, where he feels nearness and dearness, closeness towards God. Further and farther, he identifies himself with God totally, non-dualism. So Christ represents 3 steps of consciousness, 3 levels of awareness, 3 rungs in a spiritual ladder of self-realization. So it is not merely Christ, it is Christhood that matters. Christhood is an achievement. Christ is an individual. Christhood is an ambition. Christ is a person. Christhood is an evolution. Christ is just one among the many, the best of all and the noblest. But Christhood should be the aim of every religious man. Christhood should be the goal of every meditative mind, contemplative mind. So Swami's presentation of Christ is a state of evolution, is a state of awareness and consciousness. This sort of an idea will make Christianity acceptable to all religions. If you want Hindu to accept Christ, a very tough thing. But if you tell him Christ means Christhood, the values that he lived, yes, why not? So we have to represent Christ from the point of the values that he strove and the values that he lived for. Well, that would be marvelous.
Swami has been very explicit in affirming faith in his devotees, in that he says he's here to make a Muslim a better Muslim, a Christian a better Christian, a Hindu a better Hindu. Some questions are around what each of these religions say when it comes to things like death. For example, in Christianity, they believe that the soul retreats to a place awaiting judgment, where in other religions they believe in reincarnation. How can we accept this antithesis, knowing that there's such conflictual thoughts around what happens to the soul, and what do we believe, and why is there a conflict?
Now there is a trend in modern philosophy. If you go through some of the books written by Christians, if you listen to some of the sermons of missionaries, or if you just listen to some of the modern philosophers, their presentation is different from the presentations till now. They may not say rebirth. They may not say reincarnation, but all agree on one point. Everything revolves around 3 R's: reaction, reflection, resound. Having done good now, you will have good life. Having done something bad, naturally sequences would be equally bad. Therefore, reaction, reflection, resound principle is accepted by everybody. One may call it reincarnation, or that's a different thing. So the presentation of religion today is more universal. You can follow anybody now. Anybody. And no one is a dogmatic as before. People are trying to present things in a more acceptable way. More or less approach of unity of religions. Synthesis. That's what it is. They don't portray religions as conflicting views or contradictory opinions. Baba puts it this way. Don't worry about all these things. Don't worry. He will simplify this way. What is today? Today is the foundation for tomorrow. What is today? Today is the result of yesterday. Yesterday was the foundation for today. Today is the foundation for tomorrow. So if you take care of today, here lies yesterday and also tomorrow. So present is not a simple present, but it is omnipresent, carrying with it all the 3 periods of time.
Professor, on a little bit of a different path, some of the devotees have asked for your opinion on organ transplant. And they want to know, what is your opinion on organ transplant? And is there a preferable time, considering the process that the soul takes of leaving the body? And will that affect rebirth thereafter?
No. Actually speaking, Sanatana Dharma, or the ancient philosophy, clearly indicates that you are not the body. You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the intellect. Body is like a water bubble. Mind is a mad monkey. Who are you? You are not the body, you are not the mind, but you are consciousness. That consciousness is unpolluted, blemishless, immortal, nectarine. So that is not affected by body at all. So organ transplantation has nothing to do with the consciousness.
Professor, is there any truth that Baba gave directions to Isaac Tigrett to build a spiritual city in the rainforest near Mysore?
That's what Tigrett claims. That's what Tigrett claims. I would rather appreciate if he comes back and talks to these people, or circulates what all that he knows in a note to all responsible people, or gets into a dialogue with the responsible people here. Just like you, I am also hearing information that he is reported you have said, but I have no first-hand knowledge.
So the question we all want to know a few days between now and New Year's, is the world going to end in 2012?
World will never end. World will never end. People may end in between. And they have to end someday or other. So, no fear, it will not end. And we don't live till that end, no problem. The whole creation is endless, beginningless. Why? Creation is a reflection of the Creator. Creator is reflected in the creation. So, Creator is eternal, his reflection is also eternal. It can never come to an end.
We're going to move a little bit away from philosophy and more into guidance of life, and maybe just a few comments on that. Professor, it is said that we all have to follow our own Dharma, and Dharma sometimes can be different for different people, depending on what your mission is. In modern society, there are different moral standards, and it becomes very difficult living that Dharma in our modern society. For example, some devotees have cited examples like, we are asked to have a very good job, and we know that this will be good for our family, but we know that the higher we go on a corporate ladder, for example, it means more adharmic kind of exposure. What do you think?
Good. Here is a little bit confusion. Career prospects, career advancement, professionalism, expertise, all one thing. But values are separate. So dharma depends or is related to values. But what you have been speaking refers to the quality of life, the quality of a personality. Personality, yes, you should have all eligibility, you should have all ability, all capacity, all the skills and talents to tackle situation, either corporate or otherwise. That's all personality. But there's other side of it, individuality. Individuality is based on values that we live. Personality goes on changing. 25 years ago, I was quite presentable and quite handsome. Just 25 years ago, not much. So personality changes with the age. Even combs also, they used to break when I have hairdressing. That was so tough like that, you see. Then. And today I don't need a comb at all. Quite close to bald head. So personality goes on changing. But individuality, the principles for which I stand, and the parents bringing up, and the community orientation, and the education institutions where we studied, they all made my individuality value-based. So this personality, individuality are supporting each other. They are not contradictory. So one can strive to be successful in life, join corporate offices, earn money, nothing wrong. Earn money, nothing wrong about it. Nothing wrong. You see, nothing wrong about it. But you should have some values, you see. You earn money in a righteous way. But pickpocketing is unrighteous. That's also earning. That's pickpocket is wrong. So by rightful means, okay. Unlawful means no value there. So what it is? So you can be an expert and skilled and talented. Have your own career advancement. Why not? All of us have conscience or inner voice. Conscience. When I want to go to some casino, my conscience tells me no, nothing doing. There is service activity, go there. When I want to go for some club or some merrymaking or some dance, my conscience tells me no. The study circle over there. When I want to bluff with my father, my conscience tells me, don't do it next time. Don't do it next time. When I cheat somebody, my conscience tells me, you are cheating yourself. Don't repeat it. So, we don't need to draw any bottom line or benchmark for such things. The conscience tells you, follow the master. Follow your conscience. It will take you in the correct direction.
So the scientists will say this conscience is your higher mental activity. Would you say this conscience is God?
Conscience is divine prompting, divine reflection. Simple example. Yes, here is a balloon, right? Balloon. There's air in it. There's air all around. Air all around. There's air in the balloon. So air in the balloon, air all around are same in quality, right? But air in a balloon is limited, air around is unlimited. So in quality same. Similarly, the divinity all around everywhere is consciousness. Consciousness. The divinity in the individual is conscience. So conscience is the divinity at the level of the individual. Divinity universal is consciousness. Both are quality-wise same. I have some water here out of the sea. Water here is of the same taste as the whole ocean, right? So drop is the ocean. Drop is as much as that of ocean in quality, in respect of the taste. So similarly, conscience, consciousness are same, but this is individual level, that is universal level. Am I clear?
But I'm not letting you go on that question about dharmic duty and as you move on. Some people want to know what's going to happen about many countries that are in war, and people who don't even believe in war are asked now to represent their country and fight as a soldier. What happens in a situation like that?
Fighting or war, anything like that, on selfish grounds is unethical, immoral, irreligious, non-spiritual. But fighting for the whole community, when it involves the prestige of the nation, when it involves the independence and sovereignty of the nation, when people fight, they are patriots. But when I fight for my job, for increase of my salary, it is not patriotism. Greediness. Greediness. I am greedy man. So we should make a difference. That which is of interest in the long run, that which is of interest at the moment.
Professor, many countries, especially the European countries, have been affected greatly by this economic crisis, and many devotees have noted that this has impacted ultimately on their spiritual upliftment. Can you give any words for them on how to deal with this very difficult time?
Actually speaking, the affluent society, I mean advanced countries, I mean people with lot of money, there you find maximum violence. There you find selfishness, Himalayan selfishness. There you find ego, infinite. Where money accumulates, all the evil collects. Where there is enough of money, just enough, hand to mouth, the fellow will certainly cultivate some values, some consideration for others, sacrifice for middle class families, sacrifice, friendliness, concern, consideration, all these values arise. We go around Lakshmi for wealth, not for money's sake. Oh Lakshmi, goddess of wealth, please bless me with some money so that I'll have enough of money for myself and to sacrifice for others and to do some works of charity, to help others. So Lakshmi is a joint property. You may have money in your bank account, but all the money is not yours. There are people who contributed to that. Say this house, for example, is very luxurious house. Is it your house? It may be on your name, but masons built it, carpenters made it, electricians fit it. It's all their collective effort. You may be the owner, but it's a collective effort. You understand? Similarly, we should understand, everything is collective. Nothing is done by any individual.
Professor, many people in the different countries that sent questions sent a concern around youth. They were concerned that in this day and age it's very difficult to motivate youth. Do you have any advice for them?
It is very difficult to motivate youth because their immediate seniors are not role models. They see the father smoking heavily. They see the mother gambling. They see father and mother very busy outside, no time to spend with children. So they don't have good role model parents. Therefore they are not able to inspire them. One. Two, teachers are not ideal. Teachers are very much concerned about their pay packet, emoluments.
Sounds like we've got some teachers in the room here.
Instead of that, if they recognize that their role is much more than the pay packet, that they are training future citizens, that it's a mission but not a profession. Teaching is a mission but not a profession. If they have such feelings, naturally children will get inspired. Society always speaks of money and position. He has 10 flats, he has got 4 gold mines, and he wants to buy whole South Africa. Stupids, I don't know. We consider these fellows very important, great and ideal. None of them. What happened to Saddam Hussein? What happened to him? Very rich man. Finished. So, if you value money, he will be like another Saddam Hussein. It's not that. Who are valued people today? Mahatma Gandhi, man of sacrifice. Yes. Because he left everything. Buddha, man of sacrifice. Christ. So who are valued? Not people who are rich people. So society should have good societal values. The human values, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. When you have these human values in society, when society respects these things, naturally youngsters will be inspired. Parents, teachers, society. They should understand every child is a God's gift. And the child today, child is the leader tomorrow. Yes. And he is the nation builder, national emancipator. That he is going to bring good name to me. That he is going to bring a good name to the family and to the nation. That should be the concept. All right, he will study well, the teacher will take care of him, and there are some nannies at home, they will take care of them, and there are some other neighbor children, play with them and go. That's irresponsibility. When we don't have time for children, better we will not have children. Better we will not have children. Because tomorrow they will question, Daddy, you have no time for me. What the hell you are doing? What do you answer? Therefore, parents have got to be more responsible. When I am speaking like this, don't think that I am most ideal parent. Certainly not. I am most irresponsible parent. Left to me, because I had no time to think of my children, because of SAI service organization activities, I had no time for them. But Swami played my role at home also. Saw to it they all had professional education. They have all studied, they have come up very well on their own under the divine guidance of Baba. But as a parent, I cannot claim anything on their success. No. As I did Baba's work, he did my work, that's all.
Professor, will you publish any more books about your experience and teachings with Swami?
Right now, I'm on this job. In Telugu Sanatana Sarthi, I'm writing articles about 4 issues have been released already, covering my experiences, memories and memoirs. My idea is to record the names of Sai devotees of our organization who are forgotten by people of today. They don't know who started the organization. They don't know who worked for the organization. They don't know the sacrifice they made. And the past leaders are forgotten. So my idea is to recall those names. Just remind people they are the pioneers of Sai movement. 1. 2, my experiences in different districts where I have seen Swami's miracles, first-hand information. And number 3, my own personal experiences. With these 3, I am trying to write articles, and luckily Baba has given a boy by name Satish Naik, who is translating all these Telugu articles into English. And English rendering is so popular, more than the original Telugu. Yes. Because he has been getting number of mails in full appreciation of memories and memoirs, whereas I have not got that much of appreciation for my original Telugu articles. So things are happening. I am on the job.
Very good. One of my last questions to you is if we can expect you in South Africa before June.
Before June or after June, there is now, you see, because we are passing through a critical period because of Swami's withdrawal, and some new rules have come. The rule is the chairman of Prashanti Council, Dr. Narendranath Reddy, who lives in LA, US, who is now the chairman of Prashanti Council. He is in the place of Dr. Goldstein. So the latest rule is he should approve the visit. How does he approve? The letter should go from the national coordinator. And the letter written to the Dr. Narendra Reddy by the national coordinator, the copies be marked to the Central Trust and the Vice Chancellor of the university where I am working. Then it will take a shape. Perhaps this rule has come for the reasons best known to them. But I never followed any rule till now. Let me be honest about it. No, I break the rules because I cannot wait for next life for all the sanctions and approvals. After all, I am not doing any black marketing. I am not propagating terrorist movement. So, whether formalities, they may take their own time. In between, I will complete some more places of visit.
Professor Anil Kumar, the devotees want to know why, when you were translating for Sai Baba, he always started before you finished the English translation.
I don't think that he deliberately does it. I don't think that he really wanted to do so. Baba's talk is something like Niagara waterfalls, torrential oration. So it goes like that. Not that he intentionally, purposefully does it to embarrass me. I don't think so. It is a continuous flow like Ganges. It goes on like that. Our business is to catch up, is speed and then do justice. That's all.
Thank you. As we conclude this very lovely interview, I'd like to ask you to leave our devotees here and the 70,000 odd people that are watching you on SAIWisdom.com with maybe just one very special experience that you had with Swami. Maybe something that is beautiful that stays in your head.
The special experience I can say is that Swami's presence is felt more now than ever before. People are thinking of him more now than before. They were thinking of Baba at times till now. Now they are thinking of Swami all the time. So concentration, focused attention is relatively more today than otherwise. And how things are happening here. Festivals are taking place as usual. Institutions are running as usual. All festivals are attended by maximum number of devotees. This is all the proof of his divinity that guides, that monitors, that shapes, that decides the destiny of the organization.
Thank you very much. Prof.Anil Kumar from Puttaparthi and all the devotees here, we'd really like to thank you
It's all my pleasure.
for this lovely time. There's been some very, very flowing wisdom from you and we must be very blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.